Let me begin by thanking Senator Boxer for the leadership that she has shown for so many years on environmental issues, on the crisis in global warming, and on job creation, green jobs. Thank you, Senator. And let me, as a former mayor of Burlington, Vermont, let me welcome our guests. I think we understand that one of the advantages of our federalist form of government is that a lot of great ideas are taking place at the local level, they're taking place at the state level, and in fact, the function of this hearing is to see how we can work together, how we can learn from you, how you can learn from us, and how together we can address some of the major crises this country faces. The issue of energy independence. Does anybody here think it is a good idea that we spend approximately $450 billion every single year importing oil from abroad? I don't think there's anybody here who thinks that's a particularly good idea. Many of us, including the leading scientists in the world, are worried about what this planet will look like if we do not reverse greenhouse gas emissions and don't deal with global warming, and that's some of the issues that you have been dealing with. And most importantly, as Senator Boxer indicated, we are in the midst of a major recession, and we need to create millions of good-paying jobs as we break our dependency on foreign oil, as we lower greenhouse gas emissions, and that's what this hearing is about. It seems to me that what we need to be doing is waging an energy revolution, nothing less than an energy revolution. And what that means is that we need a future in which we create millions of good-paying jobs in areas in wind, in solar, in geothermal, in biomass, in mass transportation, in areas which not only cut back on greenhouse gas emissions, but have the side effect of cleaning up our country and making us a healthier nation so the kids in Vermont are not breathing particulates which cause asthma. So we are on a direction for a win-win-win situation, energy independence. Think about what it means to invest $450 billion a year in our economy and all the things that we can accomplish. Think about where we could be in 2025, where we could be producing a quarter or more of our electricity from clean, sustainable energy sources. I see a revitalized American manufacturing base where instead of importing 90% of the batteries used in hybrid vehicles, 46% of solar PV cells and modules, and half of all wind turbines used in the U.S., we can be producing these products right here in the United States of America. I see a future where instead of creating 330 jobs to build yet another fossil fuel plant, we create 4,000 jobs building a solar thermal plant that has no carbon dioxide emissions and does not pollute our air, and whose only fuel is endlessly renewed at no cost from the sun. I see a future where by 2020, our nation is far more energy efficient than it is today. In Vermont, we have recently seen 2 consecutive years where our electricity demand has been lowered thanks to our energy efficiency efforts. And this is the greatest investment that we can make in terms of energy. It costs only 3 cents for each kilowatt hour we save through energy efficiency, while it costs 14 cents for each kilowatt hour we buy from new generation, and we can put large numbers of people to work in terms of energy efficiency and weatherization. I see a future where by 2020, we can do nationally what Vermont has been doing on a state level, making major savings through energy efficiency. By stressing efficiency, we'll also create the framework for innovative technology development and economic growth. We will see companies like Cree, based in North Carolina, which produces LED lighting, create jobs and expand all across the nation. In 2002, Cree had 893 employees. Now they have more than 3,000 in a rapidly growing industry with LED light. I see a future where getting to work or to school or to the store does not have to cause pollution. There is extraordinary opportunity, and not only in hybrid plug-ins manufactured in the United States, but electric vehicles as well. I see a future where we have reinvested in our mass transportation and rail systems, so that when we go to Europe or Japan or China, We don't have to say, why can't we do that in the United States? Why can't we have the kind of mass transportation, the kind of rural transportation that this country desperately needs and in the process creates millions of good-paying jobs? So we have, right now, enormous opportunities in front of us. We can lead the world in cutting greenhouse gas emissions. We can lead the world in creating the kind of good-paying jobs that our people desperately need, and in the process, we will create a cleaner and healthier America.